Hello everybody, welcome to this video. My name is Enko Ludoy. I'm going to talk about the subsidies in Ecuador. Well, to begin to talk about this point, firstly we have to be clear what means a subsidy. Because sometimes we can hear about this term in some cases or in some places or in some situations. But it's a good point for the economy of a country. However, the administration about the subsidy could be about that advantage or a disadvantage for any country. So we have to be clear, and we will want to try to do a good definition or a good try to your knowledge. In the history, subsidies have been considered as economic aid in the public sector policy because it tried to provide to its citizens in order to satisfy the certain individual or sometimes collective needed. Subsidies are present in the administration of all the countries as an instrument of the economy. The main goal of the subsidy is to help to everybody. Doesn't matter if some people are rich people or some people are poor people. The first main thing for the subsidy is to help to everybody inside the country. A basic definition defines the subsidy. We could term it like as a government actions that encourage sector-specific activities or improve the profitability of particular sector of an economy. So, in Ecuador, we can hear sometimes or in some cases about different kind of subsidy or in different sector or in different tokens about the subsidy. So we have to be clear that when we heard this term, that we are talking about the government action to try to help any sector in the economy or any sector in the population. The subsidies are classified into groups, direct and indirect. The first are those benefits that the citizen or the consumer demands to improve their income and stimulate the consumption. The second is direct at the producer. Who receives a monetary stimulus from the public sector to which sells its production at a lower price than the market. Actually, and now in Ecuador, Ecuador has the two kinds of subsidies. For example, we have the human development bonus, the bonus for the energy, for the fuel, the handicapped, the agricultural, for the housing, or among others, which provide benefits to those who receive and harm to the state when they are not targeted according to their objective, which is to reach the poor sector of a country. The subsidies are identified by their origin and the purpose they pursue. Worldwide subsidies play an important role in society, which is to provide economic aid to the most needed sectors momentarily and to reaching the balance in the families between spending and individual incomes and citizens. For example, I told you about the subsidies in Ecuador. Well, in Ecuador we have different kind of subsidies, but if we began to review all the legislation, we can find different subsidies, but that maybe you never heard about that. Governments apply subsidies to their citizens with the aim of reducing the level of poverty caused by the unemployment rate. For the state, the subsidy can be an expense or an investment. Do you remember what did you say in the first of this video? Yeah. If the government administrator or has good management about the subsidy, it could be advantage, maybe or an investment. But in some cases, it could be a disadvantage or a big expense. To support a subsidy, government use economic instrument and the allocation or distribution to the public revenues. Now, in Ecuador, the financing to subsidy expenditure comes from the tax and all revenues, which represent millions of dollars in the general state budget. That does not mean that this is bad, but if you know about that, we have to check very, very, very um, low because we have to take in consideration different points about the subsidies. The most represented subsidies in Ecuador are the fuels. This subsidy applies to all petroleum products, like gasoline, like diesel, or like liquid gas for domestic industries. Other bonus is for the electrical power. This subsidy that does not have a national application. It's carried out in a separate way, giving greater preference for the most vulnerable sectors that are those with the lower purchasing power. Other bonus are the human development bonus, the housing bonus, the bonus for the handicapped, agricultural subsidies, the social security subsidy. We have the subsidy for the national migrant secretary, the subsidy for the stay in the bank, and we have different kind of subsidies. For example, now about the management for the subsidy, we have different news. In 2016, we have the now government, about Lenin Moreno government, has modified different kinds of subsidy. For example, we don't have now the subsidy for the interprovincial transport. We don't have the subsidy for the oils, just for the liquid gas. So we have different. This is a world that changes every day. Well, this is about the subsidies in Ecuador. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Juliana. I talk about the good living plan. The current model of good living plan has characterized the economy of Ecuador, the country into a supplier of raw materials in the international market and in turn an import of goods and services but significant change. In international price being out of balance, the trade balance in the country. The present government, at the beginning of its activity, proposed change in the current production model, which consists of changing the pattern of specialty. The present government, at the beginning of its activities, proposed change in the current production model, which consists of changing the pattern of specialization of production in the economy. In all when the Ecuador generate added value to its production under the framework of building associated knowledge by implementing a strategy to achieve Ecuador good living. The current model of production matrix has a hub includes a resource-based approach for which the current government is proposing a change to a democratic, includes and based on knowledge, model and capabilities of an Ecuador. Present Ecuador leads an increase in productivity is in the historical moment for the change of the product matrix. We have macroeconomic growth, employment reduction, and the constant increase in labor productivity is even greater than the Latin America average.
Hello everyone, my name is Jean-Pierre Dumani. I'm going to talk about the laws of passenger or travelers in Ecuador. What is the personal effects? Are those goods that accompany the passenger, travelers, or family group individually, provided that the quantity of value thereof cannot be considered commercial, and that they are exempt from the payment of tariffs on the foreign trade. Tariff surcharges and the presentation of authorization, permit licenses, or import records. What are considered the personal effects? Are considered as the personal effects the following items, whether they are new or used. For example, clothing, processed food, property selling or vacuum package, food, on articles for achievement, equipment or hands tool, on the professional occupation of the passenger or travelers. You need to, to consume the maximum of one tools for domestic use. In the case of medicine, vitamins, or supplement, you need to present the national prescription of your country. In the supplements case, you need to recollect the maximum of 4 kilograms. In the case of transportation or disc compact or music videos or more, you need transport one unit by a person. If you if you over the age of 20 years old, you can export or import the maximum of 21 units of cigarette, 21 units of cigars, 1 pack of tobacco, or 3 liters of alcoholic beverage. If you exceed this quantity, you need to pay a tax in proportion of the exempt condition. In the case of video games or console or the video games, you can just receive the quantity of the 3 or 4 video games. In the case of digital memories for camera, computers, or cell phones, you need to use the quantity or 6 digital memories. Pause. What some taxable goods? There are those that the passenger, traveler, or family group exceed the quantity, value, or measure that the list of personal effects. If you exceed this quantity, you need to report or the airport report the quantity that you exceed. It is therefore that is maxing every major passenger for the age or traveler group who enters for the travelers room, traveler international rooms. For example, which taxable goods already money taxes, with according to the established in the organic laws of probation. What some taxable goods? There are those who accompany the passenger like them. It is therefore that their maxing every major passenger of age or familiar group who enters for the travelers intervention or international rooms. If you need more information about that, don't forget visit the CNA website page and click on all the information that you can see. Thank you so much, everyone.